Yeah, the Padres situation, Kim exits. That comes 24 hours after Profar exits. I don't blame the Padres. They have payroll issues. They have ownership issues. They have restriction issues as it relates to the general manager, what he can and cannot do. Hassan Kim was a gem of a find and an acquisition over a 4-year span, had a couple of good seasons, struggled the first season, got hurt the last season. Problem is that he went to Tampa Bay for $15 million the first year, an option for $16 million the second year. He's coming off rotator cuff surgery. He's not going to be able to play till probably June 1st, and then you don't know what kind of player he's going to be coming off this surgery. At the end of the day, they had him under contract for $8 million. He opted out. I would not pay him at this point, 248 lifetime hitter, would not pay him 15 to 16 million with a great unknown. How's he respond? You got that coming on the heels of the Profar situation, and Profar had a banner season, or maybe a banner first 2/3 of last season, and they offered him 5 years plus $3 million in incentives, which would have bumped him up to $8 million, and instead he went to Tampa Bay for $14 million per season for the next 3 years. I should say to Atlanta. I just don't know that the Padres are going to pay $14 million a year to Jurickson Profar based on 5 months of good baseball or dominant baseball over the course of his entire career. So I think we're really bothered by losing two integral guys. The Padres have signed 17 minor league free agents. These are the names that are most recognizable. These guys don't solve any of the Padre problems with the roster. Rob Marinaccio was with the Yankees and with the White Sox. This guy's got unique electric stuff. Not a lot of consistency. That's a big issue. They pick him up in a trade from the White Sox. Part of me says, hey, you're going to expose Marinaccio to what this pitching coach can deliver. And I think you'd agree with me that Padres pitching coach has great credentials. However, if this guy were superb, would the Yankees have let him go? Would the 121-loss White Sox have let him go? So he's just a name with electric stuff. So now we'll see if the Padres pitching coach can flip him to make him more consistent. They just brought back the ex-Colorado Rocky all-star catcher, Elias Diaz. That's okay by me. He'll be a super utility guy, first guy off the bench, maybe behind Campusano if Campusano is still here, or working with the next guy. But here's the problem. The rest of those guys on that list, and those are the only marquee names that have had cups of coffee in Major League Baseball. Martin Maldonado was with the White Sox, and they let him go. Hit 119 last season. Nico Goodrum, once upon a time, was a hot outfield prospect. He hit 103 last year, splitting the season with 4 different clubs. Oscar Gonzalez was a part-time fill-in guy for the Yankees, went to Cleveland, got a little bit of pop, but he's never hit consistently in the majors. And Moises Gomez is a career minor league home run hitter. We call them 4A players. He's got some power. Never done anything at the major league level. So as I said, A.J. Preller has acquired 17 minor leaguers. And the only name with big potential might be Marinaccio. The only one that's proven is Diaz. The rest of them are just guys. It's not a good look going towards the start of the season because they still don't have a left fielder. Who's the catcher? Now you lost one of your infielders who've been productive. It's just a real issue. Am I punching the panic button over here on the far right? No, not yet. Let's give Preller space to work some more magic because historically, he's worked magic. You know, he went to Japan and he found you Robert Suarez and rented Nick Martinez and other guys who contributed. He has made acquisitions and deals to bring in somebody that wasn't ready to be a star and help them turn into a star, a.k.a. Michael King. The latest is that the Cubs have now approached the Padres about Dylan Cease. They're having dialogue about the potential of a swap that would bring the Padres another pitcher, Jordan Wick, who's got really good stuff, had an ERA of just over 5. And they're also talking to the Cubs about possibly bringing in a left fielder. We'll see if that transaction occurs. The only problem is if you're trading established people like Dylan Cease or like Luis Ariz, who, by the way, the Mets are having conversation. If you're trading them, you're subtracting proven commodities for younger players at affordable prices, but you're getting equal value for value. but I'm not going to condemn Preller at this point. Let's give him a little bit more space to actually see what the roster looks like on opening day, because I still maintain there's going to be a trade. So, John, I posted a lot of information there, gave you a lot of opinions. Are you upset that Kim is gone? Would you have paid either Kim or Profar the money that their agents wound up delivering them to get from Tampa or from Atlanta? And what do you make of the laundry list of guys, the 17 guys, minor league guys that Preller has brought on board? The floor is yours.
This is so disappointing. I mean, we went from being so overjoyed. This team was like just on the brink of getting to the World Series a couple of times in the last couple of years.
Knocking on the World Series door.
Yeah. And now we're looking at Martin Maldonado and Nikum Goodrum. Who the hell are these guys? Where's Alexi Amarista and Kyle Blank? Say they're the ones missing from this list. This is a disgrace. Now, I'm with you. I still trust Preller. I don't think Preller is doing what he can within the limits of his situation. I agree with you. He'll pull a rabbit out of his hat. He'll make a deal like right at the end of spring training, or right before they go to break camp. Let's see what happens. But it just seems like the chaos with the Civil War, with the ownership and everything, has just created a poisoned environment with the team.
They'd never made a phone call to Trevor Bauer at 20-2 in the last 2 years in Mexico and Japan, has gone back to the Yokohama Bay Stars. They were not at Max Scherzer's showcase workout in Arizona. One or both of those guys could have been one-year rentals that might have bought them some time, given them some quality starts. You disappointed by that?
It's funny because a lot of people gave you crap about the whole Bauer thing, like, oh, there's no way Bauer's coming back. And did you see the tweet that Bauer made? He goes, there's like 20 good hitters that would challenge me, and the rest of them, I can just blow them away. And people are saying, no, they're showing video clips of these like scrub players taking Bauer yard. I kind of wonder now, maybe, obviously he's got a blacklist on him, but is he really as good as maybe we think he is? Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Might not be even worth it.
89 and 64 ERA of under 3.5. That's proven commodity. Jerk. Yeah.
Well, Chipper Jones is just ripping them apart right now online.
Well, we don't have to worry about it because he's now with the Bay Stars going back to Japan, and the Padres still have these holes. If you're a Padre fan, feel free to jump on board. Are you upset? Are you angry? You hitting the panic button? Are you pissed that ownership has no transparency about this civil war in the front office? You willing to give Preller a little bit more time and space to work his magic? So what is the emotional pulse of Padre fan, Padre season ticket holder? We'd like to hear from you. Fans Forum box will be open.